In 210 BC, the first emperor of China died while touring his realm. In less than 3 years, the colossal empire, built upon generations of blood and conquest, unraveled with a single cry of rebellion. The balance of power was being reshuffled. Among the countless figures vying for the throne, history turned its spotlight on two men who could not have been more different. Let's rewind to 209 BC and examine the starting profiles of these two protagonists. This wasn't just a duel between two individuals. It was an asymmetric collision of two social classes and two entirely distinct historical logics. In the red corner, Xiang Yu, 24 years old. In his physical prime, he was the grandson of a renowned general, boasting pure, top-tier aristocratic lineage. Ancient records describe him as a giant, standing over 6 feet tall, with the strength to lift a massive bronze cauldron, a symbol of supreme authority. His assets? When he rebelled, he instantly raised 8,000 troops. Note this: these weren't farmers putting down their hoes. They were an elite private militia trained by his family for generations, holding a near-religious loyalty to the Xiang clan. In the blue corner, Liu Bang. He was 47. In an era where the average lifespan was barely 30, he was an old man living on borrowed time. His job? A low-level local magistrate, roughly equivalent to a small-town sheriff, the very bottom rung of the imperial bureaucracy. His assets? Near zero. His reason for rebelling was darkly ironic. He was late delivering prisoners. The penalty was death, so he fled to the mountains to become a bandit. He eventually formed a group, but it was a motley crew: a dog butcher, a musician, a jailer, and a carriage driver. This wasn't an army. It was a gang of social outcasts. On paper, Xiang Yu crushed Liu Bang in every metric. But history has a twisted sense of humor. 7 years later, the 24-year-old demigod would commit suicide in defeat, while the 47-year-old scoundrel would found the Han Dynasty, an empire that lasted 400 years and defined the identity of an entire ethnic group. What on earth happened in between? The year is 208 BC. The rebellion reaches its peak. A promise is made. Whoever enters the heart of the Qin Empire first shall be king. Here, the two men took completely different paths. December 207 BC, the Battle of Julu. This was Xiang Yu's defining moment and the beginning of his tragedy. Facing the terrifying 400,000-strong imperial army, Xiang Yu led only 50,000 men. He crossed the river and issued a legendary order: smash the cooking pots, sink the boats, carry only 3 days of rations. It was the mindset of a gambler betting everything on his life. But he won. History records that his soldiers fought like demons, one man matching 10 enemies. Xiang Yu annihilated the imperial army. This battle established him as the supreme overlord. But the cost was immense. He lost elite troops and wasted precious strategic time. Worse, this reliance on personal brute force trapped his mindset forever. He believed he could solve every problem with a sword. Meanwhile, what was Liu Bang doing? He was engaging in high-level political maneuvering. While Xiang Yu was bogged down fighting the main force, Liu Bang led his weak army westward. He avoided pitched battles. If a city was well guarded, he circled around it. If an official could be bribed, he paid him off. In October 207 BC, while Xiang Yu was still mopping up the battlefield, Liu Bang entered the imperial capital without shedding a single drop of blood. The next 24 hours were crucial. This was the moment Liu Bang transformed from a gangster into a statesman. His first instinct was to loot the palace, indulge in gold and women. But his advisors stopped him. He made a counterintuitive decision: seal the treasuries and withdraw to the outskirts. But that wasn't the killer move. The killer move came from a man named Xiao He. While other generals scrambled for gold, Xiao He rushed to the prime minister's office and seized all the laws, maps, and census records. This was a strategic masterstroke. With these documents, Liu Bang gained a god's eye view of the entire empire. Every mountain pass, every population center, every grain depot. Later, Xiang Yu would fight blind, while Liu Bang fought with the entire map laid out before him. Soon after, Xiang Yu arrived at the gates with 400,000 furious soldiers. Liu Bang had only 100,000. Xiang Yu vowed to destroy him the next morning. Fortunately, Xiang Yu's uncle, who secretly favored Liu Bang, leaked the plan. Liu Bang seized this lifeline and went to apologize. This was the feast at Hongmen, a classic example of high-stakes political theater. Liu Bang entered the tent and humbled himself utterly. As an elder, he bowed to the 24-year-old, addressing himself as a loyal subject. To Xiang Yu, Liu Bang seemed weak and submissive. Killing such a groveling old man would stain his reputation as a hero. But the feast was a death trap. Xiang Yu's chief advisor, Fan Zheng, saw through the act. He signaled 3 times to kill Liu Bang. Xiang Yu ignored him. Desperate, the advisor ordered a swordsman to dance, looking for a chance to strike. The blade brushed past Liu Bang's throat multiple times. At the critical moment, Liu Bang's bodyguard burst in, shielding his lord. Strangely, Xiang Yu did not execute him. Instead, he admired the man's courage and gave him a raw pork leg to eat. Seizing the opportunity, Liu Bang did something deeply undignified, yet brilliant: the latrine ruse. He pretended he needed to use the toilet, then fled back to his camp like a fugitive. Xiang Yu embodied the old aristocratic spirit: honor, face, and chivalry. Liu Bang represented street-smart pragmatism: survival first, dignity second. By letting Liu Bang escape, Xiang Yu forfeited his only chance to secure victory. Even more fatal was Xiang Yu's next move. He tried to turn back the clock on history. He divided the empire into 18 feudal states. Many dismissed this as stupidity, but deeper look reveals it was a necessary compromise. Xiang Yu's power base rested on the old aristocrats. Think of it as a corporation. Xiang Yu was the CEO, but these aristocrats were the founding shareholders. The shareholders wanted fiefdoms and profits, not a unified empire. If Xiang Yu tried to centralize power, his coalition would have collapsed. So he compromised. He tried to pour new wine into old bottles. The bottles shattered. Chaos returned. April 205 BC. The Battle of Pengcheng. Liu Bang assembled 560,000 troops and captured Xiang Yu's capital. Xiang Yu rushed back with only 30,000 cavalry. In half a day, 30,000 men routed 560,000. It was a massacre. Liu Bang lost everything. To escape, he famously kicked his own children off his carriage to lighten the load. Historians debate the details. Some say it was to save himself. Others say it was to save the carriage from breaking. But regardless of the truth, it proves one thing. In that moment, the wolf in him completely devoured the father in him. By all logic, Liu Bang should have been finished, yet his resilience seemed endless. This leads to our core thesis. This was not a war between two men. It was a war between two systems. Liu Bang could afford to lose 10 times. Xiang Yu could not afford to lose even once. For the next 28 months, it was a stalemate. Xiang Yu won every tactical battle, yet Liu Bang's army kept growing. Why? Because Liu Bang possessed 2 secret weapons. Weapon 1, the granary. Liu Bang secured the empire's largest strategic grain depot. Xiang Yu's soldiers grew hungry and exhausted. Liu Bang's soldiers never went hungry. In the age of cold steel, whoever controls the grain controls time itself. Liu Bang used infinite resources to drain Xiang Yu's finite stamina. Weapon 2, psychological warfare. Xiang Yu had a brilliant advisor in Fanzeng. But Liu Bang's spy master pulled off a simple trick. When Xiang Yu's envoys arrived, they were served a royal feast. But when the servants pretended to realize the envoys were not Fanzeng's men, they replaced the feast with pig slop. This petty slight made Xiang Yu suspect his advisor of treason. Xiang Yu's paranoia drove his only strategist to death. Liu Bang dared to entrust an army to a general he barely knew. Xiang Yu could not even trust his second father. That was the decisive difference. The year 203 BC, both sides were exhausted. They signed a treaty, dividing the empire in half. This boundary is still known today as the Chu River and Han border in Chinese chess. Xiang Yu, a man of honor, believed the war was over and withdrew. But Liu Bang listened to his advisors. Strike while he's weak. He tore up the treaty and stabbed Xiang Yu in the back. In Xiang Yu's moral code, this was treachery. In Liu Bang's political playbook, it was seizing a strategic window of opportunity. December 202 BC, Gaixia. Han forces, totaling 600,000, surrounded Xiang Yu's 100,000 starving troops. Then came the final blow. Songs of Chu on all sides. In the dead of night, the Han army sang folk songs from Xiang Yu's homeland. When Xiang Yu's soldiers heard these familiar melodies, they believed their homeland had fallen. Their morale collapsed. Xiang Yu drank his last cup of wine and sang his swan song. He broke through with 800 cavalry. By the time he reached the Wujiang River, only 26 remained. A ferryman offered to take him to safety to rebuild. Xiang Yu refused. He said, "I crossed the river with 8,000 young men. Not one has returned. How can I face their fathers?" This was the dignity of an aristocrat, and also his fatal flaw. He could not bear to survive in shame. In 202 BC, at the age of 30, Xiang Yu slit his own throat. The era of individual heroism was over. The war ended. Liu Bang won because he acted like a modern CEO. He built a system of profit distribution and error tolerance. The scoundrel defeated the noble. The professional politician defeated the military adventurer. The system defeated the individual. The Han dynasty inherited the Qin system. But more importantly, this war taught every common person a revolutionary lesson. Kings and nobles are not born. They are made. Liu Bang's victory broke the curse of bloodline privilege. It proved that a commoner could rise to the pinnacle of power. The first emperor built the frame of the house, but his impatience cracked the foundation. Liu Bang repaired it and made the house livable. From then on, the people of this land shared a common identity, the Han people. To understand history is to understand the present. This is civilization unmasked. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.